Chat, it's Samurai versus Grog as we continue the Masked Duelist. If this is your first time tuning in, it is a completely hidden pro 1v1 tournament in which 8 players are playing in a single elimination bracket to see who can win when everyone is anonymous. And in the process, of course, chat will be trying to guess who is playing. The players will be trying to guess who they're playing against. And at the end of the entire tournament, after the grand final, we will reveal everybody who played. And it's going to be Grog who opens up the scoring in this one to make it 1-0. I'm going to do my best throughout the whole tournament to give you guys as little information as possible. And it's going to be up to you guys. We've played 2 matches already. You can go back and check them out on the YouTube if you want to see them. I mentioned it before. Maybe don't fall in love with your old guesses in case you see somebody you think was actually for real the player that you thought earlier. As right now we have codename Samurai and codename Grog. We are using codenames that are from the game. Of course, these are all different Rocket League cars. Nobody got the codename Octane because that would be confusing. But these players do not have to use the car of their codename by any means. They can play in whatever the account has, which is just Octane. So if you're looking for somebody and thinking, oh, okay, it's not a guy who plays Fennec. Everyone agreed to play Octane, whether they're a Fennec main or not, for this tournament because the accounts do not have Fennec. So don't use that as one of your elements to guess who's playing. Instead, just watch the gameplay. Will be interesting to see if anybody gets, a big upset, maybe with the power of an anonymous opponent or an anonymous self. I know that it's a very popular thing in lots of mind games. I'm thinking specifically of chess. Some of the top players in chess could gain a little bit by knowing they're not playing against, or not knowing they're playing against, the best player in the world. I think it's very easy to psych yourself out if you look across the field and see somebody you're definitely supposed to lose to. And maybe, just maybe, you find the confidence in yourself when it's just a random Feer orange or Feer blue account. Guesses already coming in for who's playing in Samurai versus Grog. Daniel versus Appjack. We mentioned it before, but the popular content creators show up pretty much every time as an option in these matches. As Grog is going to get a demo and then tap in the tying goal. In your opinion, who is the Magnus Carlsen of Rocket League? I don't know if there is one. I don't think I know chess well enough necessarily. I just know he's like the clear GOAT, and he's still at the top right now. So who's the clear GOAT and is still at the top right now? I don't think there's anyone as clearly the GOAT enough like Magnus is, especially in 1v1. I mean, yeah, there's no comparison, I don't think. Grog gonna play it off the ground. It used to be Fairy Peak. Yeah, but Fairy Peak, a better comparison is someone who used to be the GOAT. I think Magnus is just too good right now. As Samurai gonna get a low boost kickoff win, and with only 12, able to get their goal. Samurai clearing this ball out in an attempt to race to the corner. Does not get possession. Grog up into the air. A little reset carry and a goal. Samurai trying to pre-jump and hover, but it's a very passive pre-jump. By the time they come down to the ground, Grog punishes. Delay kickoff for Samurai. I think we've seen Samurai use the delay kickoff multiple times now. As Grog looking to close in a bit after giving a ton of space, heading to the back corner boost. Grog wants to go side wall. Aerial attack again for Grog. Reset, top shelf. Grog gonna make it 5-3. Samurai trying to wait it out and be patient, put themselves in the right spot in the back wall. Still not able to stop Grog. Grog gonna get a direct kickoff goal as well. 6-3 as Grog begins to pull away. A lot of people have been looking at the kickoffs. In fact, somebody earlier even asked for me to show the other players' kickoffs more so they could study them a little bit and get an idea who was playing. There are players, when I told them about playing this, who said the same thing. They said, my kickoff is so unique, I think people will figure me out from the kickoff. Now, I don't know if the person I'm talking about is playing in the match right now. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But just one more thing to look closely at. Grog setting up a low aerial into a flick. Samurai! Okay. Samurai's okay. Almost didn't get the rope and nets, but was able to follow it up and get the bucket. Everyone's name is going to stay the same, of course, because that helps you track who's playing throughout the whole event. As Grog slowing the air dribble down as they come to the ground. Samurai on an air dribble bump attempt. Grog, what a save from Grog. Getting out over the top of the bump. Gets a clean save. And now into a wall to air dribble. Right around ceiling height. Samurai playing from the ground, but actually has the easy stop. I shouldn't say easy stop. Makes it look easy, though, as they pre-jump the aerial and the ball gets put right onto them. Samurai within two after Grog pulled away a bit early in this match. Grog, direct kickoff goal. That's at least two direct kickoff goals. And that is the cushion right now for Grog. Sidewall kickoff wins. I'll give you a look at Samurai's kickoff. A little bit lower on their standard kickoff. They get to the ground earlier. Samurai flipping into the ball for the reset, but the low use of the flip will go directly into the grounded defender. Grog not going to be allowed to let that ball bounce, but it's not really going to matter. Samurai going all in. Grog going to dribble all the way from the back corner. Samurai intercepts to stop another goal from going in, but no way to stop the game from going to Grog. Samurai one for the road. Air dribble bump. Why not finish with a bit of cringe? 8-6. Game number one in favor of Grog. Game number two. Grog up 1-0. I mentioned it before, their names will switch to random bot names for some reason. It's a Rocket League bug, if you ask me. Grog not able to intercept on a bit of a dangerous challenge in the corner. Samurai couldn't get it into the net in time. Samurai now chips the ball up before the back challenge can connect. He's able to place top left. Samurai in the lead. Whether or not they GG is the real metagame. So earlier, when we did test matches, somebody said they had figured out who they were playing against or had narrowed it down vastly due to just like one thing they said in the test lobby. These guys have been quiet. They've only quick chatted. No problem. And they GG'd. So not a lot to get there. They had no problem to say that the server was good. And then a GG is about as little as you could possibly say. But you're not wrong. There's maybe a bit of metagaming there. Grog out of the corner. 50 is in. Knew that Samurai was going to be soaring across the net and just hung out behind the ball to best stop the clear. Grog on an air dribble off the side wall. Resets to the left side of the net. And Grog going to make it 2-1. Samurai finding themselves defending against a Grog air dribble often. Grog does not pick up the back corner boost, but does get there now. A little wave dash onto the side wall as a catch. Shout out Jorby for the raid. Jorby, we are not doing blue versus orange today. We have left you with your copyrighted title for your nice pro 3v3 casted matches. We are instead running Mass Duelist, and everybody has their own unique name. Samurai, a slow flick that is easily stopped. There's an angle right now to score. And Samurai looked for it, but couldn't get it in the far post. Grog, a little bit of keep away. Hook shot should be a goal, and it is. Look at the power on that touch from Grog. Just absolutely booming the ball. It's interesting how that can often be an indicator of top-level play. I mean, surely being mechy and playing in certain ways can be maybe a bit more obvious, but sometimes just booming the ball really well every time you have a chance to shoot is some of the big separators from the best of the best and just the best. Grog gonna make it 4-2. Samurai headed to the back corner. Grog able to steal the corner boost. Gonna go to near arena height to get the double resets, and Grog is gonna make it 5-2. Grog is putting on an exhibition right now, as this camera angle literally reminds me of the meme where you're just staring up in the air with zero boost, desperately hoping you don't get clipped on. But the double reset is probably considered a clip. Samurai, interesting. Saw the pre-jump and tried to still double jump over the top of it. Maybe expecting the player to come back down to the ground, but they did not. Little chain dashing on the back wall from Grog. Chain dashing, like some other mechanics, is not quite as much of a separator as it once was in the early days of chain dashing. Now, most pros, the highest level, you're going to see them chain dashing on occasion. But it's still something to look at. That's a really strong touch from Samurai. With only 14 boosts to work with. Just sends it to the net. The Willem Dafoe meme? Yeah, I think that's the actor in it. Grog. A kick-out possession around the midfield. Pays off in his favor. Seemed like Samurai was thinking about leaving, but decided to turn back. Grog, camera check. Sees Samurai headed to the back corner. And booming, a power shot over the top. Samurai just turtles. They know they were beat. And it's 7-3 in favor of Grog. Oh my goodness, look at this play. Grog just casually going the distance of the field with a double reset. Like it's no big deal. Now booming to the back wall. Samurai able to guide it off target, but no boost grab. Grog gets the boost steal and stays low enough to the ground to get the midfield boost steal and control the ball. Just perfect controlling of the match right now from Grog, who is up 7-3. Samurai needs 4 goals in 10 seconds. And I doubt they're going to get it here. Grog going to go up 2-0. Samurai able to snag the back corner 100. Interesting bounce up. Grog pre-jumped it yesterday and convinced Samurai not to do anything there. Now a pre-flip from Grog will not get a goal. Samurai, really nothing for the road. I mean, I don't think he was earnestly trying to score. He just knows the game number 2 is over. Grog seems to have the edge here against Samurai. Samurai sends it to the ground. And I will pull you out of the match before you get to see anything more than what I allow. Samurai versus Grog. Grog up 2-0. Samurai gonna need to put a little pep in their step if they want to bring it back. And that might just be it. Kind of baited Grog into going too far to the side wall. Samurai dish. It's a goal. Samurai high pop, 12 boost. Needs a clean catch. Does not want the ball up in the air right now with a big boosted disadvantage. Ultimately does lose possession. And in fact, it's kind of the opposite here for Grog. Grog wants the ball in the air, has a big boost advantage, but instantly killed it to the ground, making it much easier for Samurai to defend. Of course, maybe they were unaware of their boost amounts, but I'm sure they had a good idea. We get to see them both all the time, but you know, they can sense the boost, especially in 1v1. 1v1 is a game mode where you have almost a perfect read of your opponent's boost at all times. Only one person to keep track of. You know the respawn time on just about every boost pad on the map, as Grog kind of losing control of their quick dribble. Not a lot of scoring here in game 3. Certainly not the shot that Samurai wanted, as the ball comes out with no bounce. Grog keeps going to the air, but keeps kind of just putting nothing shots on target. This might be the way that Samurai gets the win. A bit of a low-scoring game, a great side flip flick, but it's a bit too much. And Samurai not able to extend the lead anymore. Trying to be really patient here on the goal line. Grog not going to allow the clean bounce off the back wall. Samurai shot denied. No save registered. Must have been slightly off target either way. But a good chance for Samurai. And it's pre-jumped immediately by Grog. Grog is not having it as far as aerial attacks, and it has been up really early. I mean, that was not even as big as some of the earlier ones, where Grog just pre-jumped long before the dribble ever started. And now Grog out of the back corner. Samurai thinking about the ceiling challenge. Does convince Grog to stop the dribble. No, Grog, what are you doing? It should be okay. But a bit of a mistake. Samurai looking to try and pull Grog out of the air after Grog has had a ton of success there. And it got close to working. Grog going to back off this one. Instead, just force the pad of boost out of Samurai and back off to the net, where Grog is hoping for a clean possession and might be getting it right now. Grog out of the back corner. Samurai, fake ceiling challenge, back to the ground. Grog is just slowly bouncing down the field. Clinical execution. And it's just doing a great job of countering Samurai, who is trying to take away what has been working for Grog, which is all these aerial plays. He's getting up early, and instead of Grog just taking the ball into them and being, a one-trick pony, Grog has instantly recognized, what a shot! Samurai! Everyone in chat's new favorite player, whether they know it or not. Samurai with the pogo shots over the top of Grog. Jot that down. Remember who Samurai is when they get revealed. Grog starting an air dribble the wrong way. Gets a reset and scores. Not an easy dribble to make, but one that Grog does not seem to have too much issue with. And Samurai continues to wait out defensively, hoping they can react on the goal line, testing Grog, and it doesn't work. Grog is passing the tests. Grog, ceiling pinch. Nothing comes of it. Samurai gonna get a goal. Grog wants to get a kickoff goal to finish off this sweep. It's a minute 30 left to go. Heavy touch, near post. That'll do. Samurai power sliding to try and pick up some pads. Maybe went a bit too far out. And what happens when you go out to grab extra boost, you turn to shadow and come back, you often overshoot where you need to defend. Delay kickoff from Samurai. Samurai's done that a ton. If you know your players and their kickoffs. Samurai trying to go top right, but Grog is perfectly prepared for that, even with no boost on the inside of the wall. Samurai needs this possession to pay off. Tried to cut in front of the net quickly. As long as they keep boost and possession, they can keep Grog on the back foot, but Grog got a full clear. Enough time to earn a boost grab. Samurai to the air. First touch is away from the net, using the reset to bring it back. And the follow-up isn't there, and a misplay on the corner. I'm not sure it would have mattered. I don't know if they were getting back, but they're definitely not getting back after that. And Grog going to give themselves a 2-goal lead. 47 seconds on the clock. Grog to the ceiling and just gave a freebie back the other way. So a gift for the Samurai, as Grog showing a bit of weakness for once in the air. Samurai now getting a 5th goal on the kickoff. It was looking like Grog was going to be able to finish this all out. Samurai, a little boost steal. And now going all the way from the corner up to this ball. It's a really hard play to make, but a low 50, and Samurai has the lead. What a play to finish off this game. Boost starving Grog, and then making a play happen from the complete wrong side of the ball. Not easy to do, but gets the ball down to the ground in front of the net. And Grog, who is panic rotating back, not able to make the save, but Grog actually has a huge advantage right now. Backflip challenge. This ball is very shootable, and a pre-flip over the top of Samurai. Grog is going to tie the game. 7 seconds left to go. Samurai needed to be more careful on the kickoff. Now it's anybody's game. Kickoff into Samurai's corner. He's going to grab boost. It's not going to be easy to collect the ball before Grog gets involved in the play. He goes for the immediate flick over the top of the Grog challenge, and Grog forces it to the ground. Overtime, game number 3. Samurai needs the win to stay alive in the match. Grog is going to win a wall-to-air dribble. He has been playing well in the air so far, spinning into the reset. Wave dash shot to the bottom right, and it'll be a sweep for Grog. GG's. As we take one last look at the game winner. Grog takes it 3-0. Who is Samurai? Samurai played on the blue team and lost 0-3. I see Skippy. I see AJ. I see Cosmic. I see Evo. I see Reddles. I see Arsenal. I see Wavy. I see Swift. I see First Killer. We have one more. And apparently Jack. Here are your 10. Who is Samurai? You guys are between 3 or 4 people Cosmic, Reddles, AJ, and Jack. Cosmic, Reddles, AJ, and Jack. I will give you guys another poll. Okay, it's now between Reddles and Cosmic, so we go again. Reddles voting 2. He thinks it's Cosmic. He doesn't think it was himself. Spam 2, spam 2. It looks like we're going with Reddles. Chat, you guys guessed that Endo was Reddles earlier, and now you're changing your mind. That Samurai is Reddles. Chat guesses whoever gets swept is me, GG. It's a tough break. It's a tough break. All right, it's we will go with Reddles. You guys are slightly in favor of Reddles. We'll just put Reddles on 2 people, because you're allowed to change your guess. Who is Grog, chat? Who is Grog? Jack says apparently Jack. I see AJ. I see Chronic. I see Daniel. I see Diaz. I see First Killer. I see Rattles again, which feels scary. Feels a bit scary to include that. I see Feer. Jack I have. Rattles I have. Chronic I have. Moxie. Rattles Nation Rise. Chronic, Rattles, Beast Mode. Okay. Alright, where are you guys going? Okay, I'm worried. Okay. Do I take Rattles out? Something tells me you guys aren't playing seriously. Rattles can't both get swept and be the one who's swept. Nah, we serious. Okay. We might have to limit how many people you're allowed to guess are Reddles. Keep in mind, if you guess Reddles, then Reddles is off the table for the rest of the matches. Do you guys want that? Fear only lets me into the sweat vote. No, I just see a trend where every single chat vote is going to be Reddles from here on out. And that feels like it's not so fun. But listen, you guys clearly picked Reddles. So I may or may not on the next guess, you know, not not be able to see when you guys type Reddles in chat. And maybe I just don't make it one of the 10 options.